Today I got one of my favorite teammates on, one of y'all Tennessee Titans' most beloved players, Samari Rolle in the building. Samari, welcome to Bullseye View, my boy.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Florida football versus the rest. Are you, being from being from Miami Beach, went to Miami Beach High. One of your teammates was Dwayne Starks, NFL Super Bowl winner. Florida football versus the rest of the country, man. Talk to me about it. Why is it different? And is it the best? Is it the best? Is it the best?
I'll say this. High school is not the best because organization-wise, it's kind of straddled and the coaches don't get paid what they should. But once you get to college and to the NFL, yeah, it's Florida still. And I think it's mainly because, man, how we grow up. We play outside all day long. Outside. You bundled up right now.
Hey, the Hawk is out. The Hawk is out.
Right, and I got on a T-shirt. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest thing, just the fact of the weather, and it's the way out for a lot of kids, man. I was one of those kids, it's like you don't realize it at the time, but the older you get, you see, oh, man, I could change my family situation. I could change all of this and, just go from there. And they play with pride also,
Yeah, 1,000%. When was it, at what age did you realize, shoot, I could get out of here with this football and go to the next stage?
I think probably right around the time I signed with Florida State. Because, as a kid, man, I watched the NFL and all that, but right. I like college football more because that seemed more realistic. NFL, everybody was big, ripped up. You think of Lawrence Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Ronnie Lott. And the crazy part, not to jump off the track, but after I got drafted, the first NFL player I met was Steve Atwater. We had the same agent. And I kid you not, after Lamont and Peter introduced me to him, I looked at Trey Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, I don't know. Like, do you see how big that dude was? And like Steve Hall of Famer, obviously, that was an outlier. But it was people like that would make you think like, man, I can't make it. But going to Florida State and then just seeing the guys, when I went on my visit there, I'm seeing these guys are smaller than me, and I'm like, okay, I could do this. I just got to focus, and trust the Lord and let it all play itself out.
So look, I got an intern, my man Nas. He's 23 years old, so he wouldn't remember when Florida State was in its heyday. When Florida State, UM, and UF were the top teams in college football. If you were dope at ball in Florida, that's where you're gonna pick one of those three. What made you choose FSU over UM or the Gators?
I always liked Florida State. Like the Bobby Bowden show used to come on Sundays.
The Bobby Bowden Show.
They just look so much organized. Like it just looks so neat. He'll say everybody's name. Like, oh, I saw such and such mom from such and such town. Like, that was real dope. And Florida State won their first national title in the Orange Bowl down here. And Coach Bowden was in my parents' living room the next morning.
Wow.
Like, you can't turn that down.
Nah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Bowden, Hall of Famer, me being from New York, it was never like a thing like, damn, go to Florida State. I remember seeing Derek Brooks before the college football come on, like shooting at the camera. Like, that was hard, bro, for me. Pause.
Yeah.
What was the standard that Coach Bowden set for you guys coming in? Because it was already a standard before you got there. So what was it, and how did it carry over and y'all sustain it?
The cool part about Coach Bowden is, like, a lot of people thought he was just an old guy, not paying attention and everything, but Coach Bowden had a tower up on practice. He talked to the team before and after. And he let his assistant coaches run it, man. Like, everybody loves Mickey Andrews, Coach Andrews, because, like, the standard was what it is. Practice was going to be harder than the game. It was no tapping out. Like just the mindset was different back then. Cause playing for Coach Andrews, you know how many kids would have jumped in the portal back then just because of how it was going. But you got to remember when you go to a school like that, you're not gonna come in, and start as a freshman. Marvin Jones was like the last freshman to come in there and start. Just excellence, man. Like learning how to play hard, learning how to play through the whistle, and realizing other teams, that's their chance to, come up off you, help their draft stock.
Yeah, 1,000%. You got to wear number 2 at State. Last man to wear that before you was primetime Neon Dion. How you worked that out? And, what was there any pressure wearing prime number?
Oh, a whole lot of pressure, man. But the thing was, I won number 2 in high school because of David Palmer. The Deuce
from Alabama.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Deuce. He was hard on the game.
Deuce. So and we wore red like them. So I was a Deuce fan. Yeah, I like Dion, but that wasn't the reason I won number 2. It was because of David Palmer. Then I asked if I could wear it at the time. Corey Sawyer was coming out, so I had to wear 8 my freshman year. Clifton Abraham was a consensus All-American. He wore it, and then
some ballers, man.
Yeah. So they ended up giving me the number. And they retired it as soon as they gave it to me. And like it was pressure that I put on myself, kind of trying to live up to that and trying to, play that way and do things like that. And Coach Andrews always told me just the biggest difference between us was he knew what he wanted. Like, he knew what his purpose was every day. Nobody outworked him, none of that stuff. So he said with this God-given ability and the work ethic, you see what he became. And that was just my biggest regret about college. I wish I'd have listened to Coach Andrews, like, way sooner than as opposed to waiting till, like, the end of my junior year and all of that. Because like you understand the older you get now, you see like, damn, I get why he was like that or why such and such. So it just puts a standard in your head,
Yeah. Hey, I noticed 2 jerseys in the background. I see Freddie T and I see the Freak. Since we talking about college, man, that was the team that I think y'all were ranked number 2 and y'all lost the last game of the season. I see the grimace, man. What was it like being winning all those games, but never bringing the one home, and you were right there? I gotta rip the scab off, son.
Nah, it's all good, man. And I didn't redshirt in 4 years. Played against Florida 6 times.
Huh?
Exactly. Freshman year, they were beating us 31-3 in the 4th quarter. They called it choking dope. We came back and tied it. Pause. Choking dope. Came back and tied it. Then we played them in the Sugar Bowl and beat them. So then 95, they were number 1. They beat us. They lost to Nebraska. 96, we played them. They were number 1. We were 2. We beat them. And I kid you not, when we beat them, man, we wanted to play Nebraska. And remember Michael Bishop?
Michael Bishop, Kansas State.
Yeah, dude from Kansas State. Yeah. And I think that might have been Sproles, maybe. Man, Kansas State beat the brakes off Nebraska in the Big 12 championship game. So now we got to come right back and play Florida
again?
Yeah, well, Ike, Riedel, I'm like, Warful, they had weapons.
They were stacked.
Yeah, they were stacked. And turned right around. They beat us when it mattered. And then my senior, they beat us. So I went 2-3-1 against Florida. Cost us 2 titles, Florida did.
Hey, but that's what I'm saying. And I'm glad that you spoke about all that history for these young cats that be tuning in to Bullseye View.
Podcasting for the masses, and I'm coming correct.